Welcome to another episode of Brecht Roulette, the podcast where you guess whether we're sober, drunk, or high. Tonight's guest is a close friend, Joel Waller. What did you bring to the podcast, Joel?
I brought cookies and cream pocky.
Awesome.
It was at 7-Eleven.
Really?
Nice.
I had to
Because
go.
apparently in this area there are still 7-Elevens around. So
Oh, there's tons over here. I'm West End.
You're in Oshawa, right?
I am
Yeah.
South Oshawa, the
Oh,
dirty
sorry.
part.
The dirty schwa.
It's okay. Wife and kid are here.
Oh, yeah. So, Joel, what he is he's a blimp pilot, recently convicted of throwing paint on the elderly. Why are you doing that, Joel?
Well, you see, they have the white heads and it blends into the snow-covered plains of Canada. So I'm seeing so many like little white blips moving, and I'm thinking, paint.
So
And
you're
then-
seeing them from like above? Are you hovering?
Way above.
Okay.
Like I'm like 5 feet in the air in
Are
my
you
blimp.
on like a drone?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a drone. Like
So the paint
it's
throwing's a public service then.
Yeah. Do you like throw different colors to kind of identify who's who?
yeah, it's a little bit of a race thing,
Okay.
Yeah, so the fastest elderly get the brighter colors.
All right. So they run away. Are you like paintballing or like just
Oh no,
splashing?
straight paint can.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, okay.
How much did that cost you?
It's actually tax deductible, so in the end it cost me nothing.
So it's a work service then.
Definitely.
Business expense. So what kind of business do you have that you have all this access to paint?
Well, I own the blimp service.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're
What
hovering
is it
around
called?
on your blimp and you're just throwing it. That's quite a distance, Joel, unless you're really low down to the ground, which is pretty dangerous.
Well, I'm a professional.
Hmm.
You were asking what it's called?
Yeah, what's their company called?
The Blimpies.
Blimpies? The
Blimpies. Yeah.
Not to be
Is that a
confused. Not to be confused with the Blumpkins, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
We were in a deep legal battle over that earlier on in the year. Back in February.
February? Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Perfectly cromulent month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad. We got bagels for the court proceedings. So
It was a little schmear?
no
schmear?
no.
Well, that's just, Joel, come on. Step
It
up
wasn't.
your game.
It wasn't my fault. The judge said no dairy products.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, too many of us are lactose intolerant, and there was a lot of flatulence.
Mm. Well, the thing is, like, you could power your blimp with the flatulence if there was enough of it. You could
Well,
raise.
You see, you could, but what you don't know about blimps is inside the actual balloon part, there's many different rodents, and if too much farts get in there, they fall asleep immediately, and the blimp crashes.
So the
Hindenburg.
rodents, like, run the blimp. Do they spin on wheels
100%.
or little
Wheels.
rodent treadmills?
Wheels, occasionally little hot dog carts.
All right.
They just kind of push them along,
Delicious.
Are there hot dogs too? Do they
No.
provide that service?
No, we found out that actually, if you gave the rodents hot dogs, they stopped working for at least an hour a day, and in a 9-hour day, that's just unacceptable.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, we're just going to talk about we're going to do some games.
Ooh.
Joel, we're going to play a game called Monkey's Paw. I don't know. Are you familiar with that game? It's like from The Simpsons. where you can make a wish, but there's a catch.
Oh,
You gotta
okay.
choose wisely. And Courtney or I will choose what?
You do
Ways
the-
to ruin my wish.
Yeah, we'll switch.
You do the first one, and then I'll do the second one.
Okay.
Okay, Joel, make a wish.
Okay. I wish I had more Pocky because I'm going to run out before this is over. And
Mm-hmm.
Granted, but the Pockies are cursed.
cursed in which way?
Because
Because I may still be okay with this.
It's cursed in the way that it shrinks your penis and makes your blimp sink to the ground.
Oh,
shit.
then I'm totally okay with it. Because, how much smaller can it get, really,
Yeah. All right. Make another wish, and Courtney will.
See what I
Okay.
can do about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I wish, after a long day of blimp flying, that my feet did not smell like a slaughtering factory.
Okay. Yeah. So that's fine. Unfortunately, on your way home from work, you get into an accident and you lose both of your feet. So they're replaced by prosthetics, and
That's
so
why they don't smell.
Your feet no longer smell.
See, I thought you were supposed to ruin the wish, because that sounds so much better.
Well, it would be better if it was like the bouncy metal running feet, but no, these are like wooden puppet feet.
Oh, so that's why they started calling me Pinocchio at work.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
I'm
all
a
the
real
lying.
boy!
It was the feet. It wasn't the lying.
Yeah, definitely. Probably didn't help me that I kept saying I'm a real boy.
Mm. Well, you're turning into not a real boy. Slowly.
Well, oh, so
surely.
reverse
Yeah. Reverse
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Okay.
Third wish.
Third wish.
We'll do like two more, and then we'll move on.
Two more wishes.
Yeah.
I wish that the books that I read, I could transport myself into those universes.
Granted, but they're only horror books with a lot of brutal killings.
Okay, so that's pretty much what I've been reading.
So the usual.
They're like high fantasy, but like in this one that I'm reading, one of the main characters just found out, just remembered because he had his memory removed, but he just remembered that he had when he was basically storming a city, that his wife had been captured and put in the jail there, but he didn't realize that it was a jail, and he threw a barrel of oil in and lit it all on fire. And so he killed his wife by setting her on fire.
So your wife's gonna die is what you're saying. You're gonna set your wife on fire.
I'm not telling her.
No answer, officer. Thanks. What are you actually reading? What's the name of the series?
The Stormlight Archives.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually it's part of a larger group of books. They're all part of what's called the Cosmere, and it's really cool because way back before the series started, the writer hasn't written the beginning yet, but we know some of what happened. So there was this being of creation called Donalism or something to that effect. And I'm going to use non-gender specific pronoun because we don't know yet. But they were killed by 16 other individuals, which sharded their power into 16 different shards. And so these 16 different people have different shards. So there's shards of preservation, shards of ruin, so on and so forth. And they've populated different worlds in this universe, and they all kind of have a different magic system. So Mistborn, which was the series that I was reading before, their magic power stemmed from basically they eat like bits of metal, so like steel and iron, and they can do these magic things with all these different metals. And Stormlight, there's this big storm that goes across the planet, and their power manifests through using up the power of the storm that gets captured in like gems and stuff. There's a whole bunch of books. It's by Brandon Sanderson. It's a really good series.
All right, cool.
I just added it to my books.
Yeah,
to
listeners,
look into.
check that out. So let's talk about concerts right now. Because Courtney
Those are
and I,
happening.
Yeah, Courtney and I are both metalheads.
What kind of metal? Like
Loud metal.
Loud metal, so like
live
steel.
My
live
favorite is gent and groove metal.
My favorite is iron.
Okay.
followed by silver.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, are you choosing silver for like its inherent purity factor? And so because of that,
werewolf and vampire management properties, basically.
Makes sense.
There you go.
It's
there
very
you go.
practical these days, especially these days.
Yeah,
definitely.
I more meant metal music, but
okay,
that's also very relevant. So, I'll give you that. What was your first concert?
My first concert. I don't remember it at all, but my parents tell me that it was Sharon Lois and Brand.
That was my first concert, and I do remember it.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have a solid memory of anything in the first like 8 to 9 years of my life. So they say I went. I don't remember it. The first concert that I actually remember is I went to go see Atreyu. Timeline, but 2006.
Cool, nice. How about you, Courtney?
My first concert was legit Sharon Lois and Bram.
Yeah.
So, Joel, can you sing us the Elephant Song? Do you remember that?
Nope. No, I don't remember. Is that no?
Skinnamarink Dinky Dink.
Is that what it is?
That's the song, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that was the Elephant Song.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what, like Skinnamarink Dinky Dink, Skinnamarink Doo.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah, that's right. And there's the whole like da movement thing. Yeah, there's a whole thing.
Oh.
Canadian Children's Entertainment 101. What up?
Yeah, TVO Kids.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think like I'm not sure if this is like just like a fever dream, but I'm pretty sure I was on like Polka Dot Door.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day.
Nice.
I was living in Scarborough at the time, and like they basically just like took like our entire classroom for a day.
Oh.
But yeah, again, not sure if that's like a fever dream or if that actually happened.
We've got a possible child star on our hands, ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
How do you find out? Like, do you ask your folks, or do you how do you find that out?
If I actually went, I suppose I could ask them.
I'm really interested to know if this is like a thing.
We'll have to go back and watch all of the episodes. Spot little Jolie.
Yeah, it'd be tough because I didn't have a beard at the time. So
That surprises me.
Yeah, that surprises me. When you're a kid, you think that you would.
Yeah.
It's pretty weak, Joel. You gotta up your beard game, man.
Hey, I was very short, and very skinny. I think the only defining factor would be that like I had like that perfectly like combed hair every single day, like with the
Oh, nice.
The part, yeah.
But my hair was always dark as soot. So like there's pictures in my parents' house with me basically in front of my mom and dad and my little brother off to the side, and my hair is so dark that it blends in with my dad's black suit.
Oh my god!
So it just looks like a
yes.
potato head.
It looks like I've got
Little-
like this
little
weird
bald
little
kid.
bump, and then like
That's funny.
That's
I want to see that
amazing.
picture.
Yes, please.
uh,
Can you find it and send it over so we can add it to the Patreon video?
Oh, you're gonna add that in post?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do my best.
Wonderful.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. My favorite my first concert was Great Big Sea.
Good job.
Like in the first podcast, Cindy, my friend from Newfoundland, who's also a comedian, she mentioned that like I have an obsession with like the East Coast and Atlantic Canadians. So it was funny, like that episode of The Simpsons where Bart goes to the concert, Bart and Milhouse go to the concert, and Homer waits in the car. That's essentially what my mom did. He's like,
no.
I'll like bring you. I don't want to go, but I don't want you to be alone. So I'm just going to wait in the car.
I think I remember that about your mom.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think I remember that about your mom.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. But the best circle pit, I would say, was the Faith Hill concert in Tennessee.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's definitely a wall of death there.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard she rips live.
Oh yeah, totally. During that like that ballad she does, just fucking they went at each other. It was messed up.
Brutal.
All right.
Amazing.
So what was your most brutal concert? Because like I've already told mine, the Faith Hill concert.
Most brutal concert. As I am a very timid individual, I've always kind of shied away from like the mosh pits and everything. I get like crazy anxiety when like I'm near people. But
like, what have you seen that was like just like, oh man, those dudes are getting fucked?
Well, actually, when I was at Edgefest, it was Edgefest. Back when Linkin Park headlined, I was actually pretty close up to the stage because it was nuts. It would rain and then it would be blazing hot heat, and then it would rain and be blazing hot heat, and so people were like trying to stay out of the rain and out of the mud and everything. And so when Linkin Park came on, I was crazy about them, and so like I wanted to be like right up front and center.
Yeah.
So I got right up close, and there was this little guy, and I say little guy in a very literal sense, because he was probably like a foot and a half shorter than I was, and he was like trying to crowd surf and everything, and he kicked me in the face.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh no.
And so like I grabbed him by the ankle, pulled him down, and then punched him in the face, and then I don't remember anything else happening between us for the rest of the stuff, but it was actually kind of cool because it was one of the concerts where, because of the weather and everything, they couldn't actually get to the area right on time, and so they had flown in, landed, and then Mike and Chester took a helicopter to get to the stage on time. And then the rest of the band had to basically like get shuttle bussed. And so they came after, and they opened up with it was like basically an acoustic version of is it Pushing Me Away? Yeah, Pushing Me Away. And to this day, probably my favorite rendition of that song, just because like it was more powerful emotionally.
Mm. You take it hard when Chester died?
I mean, yes and no. Like I was working in a factory at the time, and when I found out I was at work and everything, and so it wasn't like, it's one of those things where if you're soft at work, they'll, cut your throat and leave you for dead. Yeah. So, but another one of the guys at work had found out, and he was being kind of a dick about it. And like he was talking, like he was like, "Oh, this guy's like a rock star. Like, how does he get depressed? Like, just go out and get some pussy, And I was
People
like,
don't get it.
I was like,
I'm aware that a lot of doctors do prescribe go out and get laid as a magical fix for mental health issues.
Yeah, right.
It's right on point. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Like, you get anxiety when talking to people. Just have a chick sit on your face. Like,
like
you'll get over it. 2 seconds.
Yeah. The thing is, like, mental health in the the artist, like the art industry, or like the
like the whole
industry.
Celebrity life.
Like the celebrity life. Yeah, it's not really.
It's not like real life.
Oh man, like it's not taken seriously.
I'd even go to say that it's taken less seriously than like normal everyday people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's one of those things where it's like, oh, they're famous, like they've got access to this, and this, and it's like, it's not even about that 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Or you find like somebody famous has some sort of mental health break, and people rip on them for it, like mock them for it.
It'll be like, oh, like, this person has like bipolar, like, oh, that's fucked, like, and or like, you should get over that because you're famous. That's not how that works.
Or like, even
like,
if
Carrie
they
Fisher
have like
a really hard time.
Yeah.
Or like, even if they have like 3 polar bears, and like it's like 2 boys and a girl, right? And like one of them is getting with both of them at the same time. It's like, all right, just let him be chill.
Yeah. This took a dark turn.
Polar bear
fucking.
Oopsies.
All right.
Oopsies.
Courtney, what was your most brutal concert?
Oh gosh. I can't pick out one in particular, but I really enjoy cattle decapitation mosh pits, Lamb of God mosh pits.
Those are really good.
Dying fetus as well. Like sometimes you come out and you're tripping, and you like just full out. I'm always happiest in the middle of the pit, or if I need a break, I'll step back and just stand at the wall of it to like make sure if people fall, you pick them up, and
Have you crowd surfed before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How was that?
Absolutely. It's always good, but I mean, not for a long time. I got to take my kid to Sabaton and Creator at
Sabaton's so good.
Phoenix, and so it was his. As a kind of an older human, because when he was little, we used to take him to a lot of stuff like punk shows and rock shows and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there was this like period of time where there were no all ages shows, and then only in the last few years I've been able to like take him to a few things. So I took him to that and was able to take him in his first mosh pit, and I got him up to do his first crowd surfing.
Awesome.
So it was good.
That's so cool. I love seeing like kids like on their parents' like shoulders with those big like earmuffs.
Oh gosh,
noise canceling headphones, and they're just like rocking out.
He's older than that. He just turned 19. So
yeah.
But yeah,
I always Montreal. There was a bunch of kids like that.
Yeah,
and it was really cool.
We always used to take him to stuff and like make sure we have earplugs or headphones, whatever for him. So
I wish I had realized like a lot more when I was younger that you can wear earplugs at a concert and still hear.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those things where like people were handing me out earplugs and I was like, I want to listen. Like,
it doesn't
block out
totally
everything.
Oh my gosh!
I always wear earplugs.
Yeah, I do, and I have for years.
There's ones that like, you can put in and like hear better than like the spongy ones.
Yeah.
I use those at band practice.
Nice.
Well, I used to. Now I use in-ears.
Yeah, they like filter out the kind of harmful decibels, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying that right. But you can hear everything else. So, but like I have some hearing damage from when I was a kid. So I always wore earplugs, even when I was like in my teens. And even when, kids are mean and they'll make fun of you, and I didn't care because like I've always had the attitude, I want to hear music until I die. I don't want to go deaf and lose that. So
that was kind of one of my biggest fears. And my cousin and I always used to play like Would You Rather. And one of the scariest ones for me was she was like, well, would you rather go blind or deaf?
Yeah, that's a really hard one.
I was like, I'd rather go blind because like if I couldn't listen to music, I think I'd die inside.
Yeah, I think me too.
And then
yeah,
you have to reevaluate what's important to you.
Yeah,
makes you think. We could do some Would You Rather.
Ooh.
If you'd rather switch the topic.
No. I was just...
No, I mean that would be fun.
Sure.
I can't think of any. How about you, Courtney?
Would you rather have a spider crawl into your ear while you're sleeping, or eat a cockroach live? So like one you're doing on purpose and one you have no control over.
I already got mine. Like I know 100%.
Which one would you do?
Oh, spider, 100%.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, no, I am terrified of cockroaches.
Yeah, me too.
I've never actually seen one, but like, what was it? Men in Black.
Yeah.
Like, those really big ones.
Yeah, he took like a bite of it and like it started like moving around in his mouth. I was like, nope, never.
Oh my god.
Like the spider would eventually kind of die, or you could get it out with a Q-tip.
But like you can hear it in there, and it's really loud. Like you can hear the scrape of its little feet all along the ear canal. So it's actually quite terrifying.
I don't know, man. Like I still eating a cockroach. We had a cockroach infestation in my old place when I lived in Toronto. I was living in the Etobicoke area, and they weren't like the Men in Black ones. Those ones are like big, juicy, huge. Like Florida ones. We had little ones.
Yeah, the German ones?
Fucking gross because they would end up in your food.
Oh no.
So we had to seal everything. And then we had to get an exterminator twice. And the grossest one was molting, and they're all white, and it scared the shit out of me. It was like on the outlet of the bathroom. I'm like,
oh god.
Fucking nasty. They're so gross. So yeah.
So he would rather the spider. What 100%. Would you, Deb?
I'd rather the spider for sure.
Okay. I'm the opposite. I would eat the cockroach for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
maybe dip it in a little chocolate or something,
Whatever. Yeah. On the other hand, they're supposed to be like incredibly clean, because of like everything they do.
It's their feces that are toxic.
Yeah. I don't know. Like they're like, just send like a ton of them to Chernobyl. It'll be fine in like a year,
Just clean up Chernobyl.
Yeah. Oh my god!
I just watched that Chernobyl show on HBO. It was really good.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, there's just like they made like kind of a biopic, if you would call it that.
Okay.
Was this where they're The one where they're trying to plan putting a new dome over top of.
No, it wasn't like a documentary. It was like a kind of like a reenactment of what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was really good. Really, really good. Definitely recommend.
Yeah.
So would you rather get kicked in the face by a kangaroo or get bitten by a koala bear?
Huh.
Joel, go ahead.
See, because I know I'd say kangaroo getting kicked in the face because you can always have a reconstructive surgery, but you get bitten by a koala, that's gonna stay with you the rest of your life. People are gonna be like, "Oh, you got bit by the cutest little bear in the entire world." Yeah, man, I ran out of eucalyptus.
What is the disease they carry? There's one of them. Was it leprosy or gonorrhea, something like that?
Oh, damn! Then definitely the kangaroo.
I mean, gonorrhea is pretty easy to get rid of. You just take a shot of penicillin to the ass,
Yeah.
Yeah, but leprosy, I don't know if that's as easy. Hold on, let me see.
Are you gonna Google it?
Oh, it's actually chlamydia. Chlamydia.
Right. I think you just get a round of
Chlamydia
antibiotics or
pecorum,
something.
leading to chlamydial disease and koala retrovirus. That sounds brutal.
That does sound bad.
At least the kangaroo is really fast, and you're just
Yeah, but they can I feel like the amount of damage they could do might actually kill you.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe the koala is the safer bet, if that makes sense.
I mean, to be fair, I'm also taking into account that the kangaroo itself, because this is a would you rather, and I know this is coming. I'll know that the kangaroo kick is coming, and I'll be like, all right.
Yeah, because it's just I'm
gonna take
fighting words. Them's fighting words.
Yeah, but they can balance back on their tail and just give it to you.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah,
but it's not a joke, you
could lose also part of your memory. People fall off horses, and then they're just oh, suddenly I don't like watermelons, or something stupid like that.
Wait,
so,
I like
radishes now.
Is stupid.
Yeah, silly things like that. Or yeah,
but I mean, getting a clap from a koala, that's not even a good story.
It depends on how you got it now, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's also where is it biting me? Is it biting me in the hand, the arm? Am I
it's biting you on the stomach.
Ooh.
On your side.
There's a lot of stomach to go there, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah, that might be okay.
Yeah, you can kind of cover that up. Nobody'd know.
Yeah, and kind of be like, you want to see my koala bear? Fucking scar.
Those things are fucking vicious. Have you ever seen one of them soaked?
No.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go from fuzzy and cute to being oh fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They look so
Have you ever seen a hairless bear?
Yeah.
With mange?
I don't know what. Just one just completely hairless. It's the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah. That should be used in a horror movie at some point.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure it has.
Yeah.
They do a lot of weird stuff in horror movies.
Yeah. We should put that out as a request. If we know any horror filmmakers, can somebody please, for the love of all that is unholy, use some hairless bears in your horror film?
Oh yeah. Oh man, that'd be terrifying. Just being chased by a swarm of hairless bears.
Yeah.
Fucking terrifying.
Oh, yikes.
Okay, Joel, you go.
Would you rather go through a 12-hour flight with aggressive explosive diarrhea or intense narcolepsy to the point where like it's debilitating narcolepsy, where like you're talking to like the person right next to you, and like all of a sudden you fall asleep and your face is in his crotch, or
that sounds great. I'm in for that. Sign me up.
Or like you go to like they're walking by with the drink tray and you're parched, and like you go, hey, can I get a, and you just fall asleep.
I would go with the explosive diarrhea.
Yeah.
Did I skip you, Courtney? I don't remember.
I went first.
You went okay.
First.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
You would go with the explosive diarrhea. That's brave.
Yeah, because I could just like be like, all right, just spending the entire flight in the bathroom. Because he didn't tell me like whether there's a lot of turbulence or whether I brought an adult diaper. Like I knew that I had it before, so
explosive diarrhea is so much messier than you think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had a kid.
Tell us about that, Joel.
Go on.
I had a kid when I was at cadet camp.
Yeah.
And like he was one of those like jittery kids, and I was like, okay, what's going on, kid? And he's like, can I go to the bathroom? I'm like, yeah, all right, go ahead. It's right over there, go. And so he left in the middle of my lesson, and 45 minutes goes by and this kid isn't coming back, and I'm going, okay, where the hell is this kid? Like if the officers come by and find out that I lost a kid when he said that he had to go to the bathroom, I am toast. So I went into the bathroom, and like this is out of a horror movie. Like
I've been in some bathrooms like that. Usually gas stations.
The bathroom at Catacomb Sanctuary.
So you've got like the 5 stalls, right? And he went into the direct one in the middle. It hit 2 stalls over. It hit the ceiling.
Oh my god!
It hit the wall in front, and like I walked in, and all I heard was like this kid sobbing, and I'm like,
"Oh my god,
what the hell went on?
What did he eat, man?"
And like apparently, like it's an actual condition. And
are you talking IBS?
No, like he had like an explosive diarrhea episode. Like I never ended up talking to the doctors at the MIR, but like it's a legit thing, like an explosive diarrhea where it is so powerful coming out that it will rocket everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just like, okay, I got the kid in because on the base, the bathrooms and the showers are all in like the one area. So it's pretty contained. So I got him out, I got him into the shower, I got him getting clean. And like, I sent one of the kids back to his tent to get some clothes for him to change into. Mm-hmm. And like, we actually had to hire like a hazmat clean to get this clean. Like it was nuts.
Wow.
Was it like colitis?
I have no idea.
Because I got food poisoning about like 4 years ago. It was actually from eating poutine from the Opera House restaurant.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was the culprit. And yeah, I had to go to the hospital. I spent like 3 days in the hospital, and that was really brutal. But still,
oh my god!
Yeah. Yeah, it was really brutal.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, nothing compares to like cadet camps
infectious. They called it infectious colitis, and yeah, they had to get a hazmat clean.
Oh, that's rough.
The bathroom, yeah, and then they quarantined me.
Like, how do you mess up poutine that bad that it?
I know,
right?
Must have been the gravy
or the cheese curds.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
My mom ended up like writing like a scathing review.
Yeah,
oh, no.
Like reporting them to
public health.
Public health, yeah.
Jesus.
Like again at a cadet camp. Again at a cadet camp. it was forever ago. It was when I was actually like, I wasn't a staff member there. I was an actual cadet learning. For our like graduation meal, they made us pizza in the mess and everything. And like you could have like multiple servings because like it was the graduation meal. It wasn't just like you got your one plate and that was it. So I went back and I got seconds, and anybody who ate this pizza got so sick.
Oh no.
And
happy graduation, you little shits.
Yeah, and so like so the thing with cadet camps is like right as soon as like you're about to graduate, like all the rules go away and everything. So they were taking us to a movie, and we went to go see Lilo and Stitch in like the theaters because it had just came out.
Oh man.
And I remember sitting in that theater going, I am so cold. Why am I so cold? Because it's the middle of July.
Yeah.
Middle of July in
oh god,
in Greenwood, Nova Scotia. Like it's hot.
Yeah. Oh man.
And like I touched my nose and it was like touching ice. Anyhow, I went to like we got back to base, and I feel so bad for the other guys in my bunk because it was 4 kids to a bunk. Top bunk, bottom bunk, top bunk, bottom bunk. I was at the top bunk right next to the doorway. Middle of the night, without even like being fully awake, I woke up, I hurled over the side.
Oh my god.
And the other guys in my room told me that they woke up to like just the sound of me hurling and then the sound of it hitting the floor.
Oh.
And like apparently there was like a good solid like inch of puke along the entire floor.
Oh no.
That campus is brutal.
All right. We should wrap it up soon.
Too many hurl stories.
I was enjoying these terrible
stories.
disgusting stories.
Do you have any disgusting stories, Courtney?
Disgusting stories. I don't know. I can't think of any at the moment. I was going to ask Joel some uncomfortable questions based on
go ahead.
Based on my Facebook stalking.
Yeah, go ahead.
Joel, I'm going to ask you uncomfortable questions. Are you cool? Cool?
Yeah.
All right. So,
I wasn't aware that most of my profile was public.
It looks like you had to change your phone because you were being stalked.
Oh,
you want to tell us about that?
Oh, fuck. Okay. So
you don't I mean, if you really don't want to, you don't. But
yeah, no. It's cool. It wasn't even so much that I was getting stalked. It was fuck. It's so difficult being a guy in this situation.
Why?
Because a guy getting stalked, literally, I had to go to the police station and be like, okay, like I need like a cease and desist here. Like this chick will not leave me alone. And like they laughed at me. They were like, what, you can't just tell her to leave you alone or just ghost her? I'm like, I've been trying to do that for 5 years.
What?
5 years.
5 years, dude.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
So basically it was this girl that I used to work with at the theater when I was working at the theater.
Mm-hmm.
She apparently always had like this big thing for me, but my really good friend at the theater had a thing for her, so it was like no fly zone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, bro code.
Yeah.
Gotta be a real boy. And
I'm a real boy.
Bringing it back. And so we ended up like becoming kind of friends.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime she was with a guy and she wanted to break up with him, she would end up trying to use me in some way to cheat on her boyfriend.
Oh, that's weird.
To get out of that relationship.
Okay.
And so she kept like, it would be like I'd block her and then like maybe like a year and a half later, there'd be like 3 new emails that she was adding me with and being like, you know, don't you feel the same way as me? Like you're my soulmate, aren't you? And I'm like, dude, no. Like,
Oh my
I don't know how many
goodness.
times I have to tell you, like, I don't want anything to do with you.
Very
Yeah.
superficial
And
relationship.
yeah, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, like Deb, as you know, my brother worked at the theater too.
Yeah.
Because you worked with him there too, didn't you?
I did work at the theater.
Actually, you might even remember her. You remember Sandra Liss?
Oh man, I remember no people from that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Not to
That was
name
too long
drop or
ago.
anything like,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's what ended up happening was she just kept coming back and like it was what was it like 2 years ago that happened? She ended up like texting my brother and being like, "Can you give me Joel's number? He changed his number and I can't get a hold of him." And like he texted me and he was like, Sandra's trying to get a hold of you. And I'm like, what the fuck could this be? So I unblocked her and I was like, listen, you've got 24 hours. Like, say what you need to say.
Yeah.
And we're done. Don't contact me again. Like I've contacted the police.
Yeah.
Like all this. Like I understand. Because like you get all those guys that say like, "Oh, my crazy ex-girlfriend." It's like, okay, what made her crazy? What did you do?
Yeah.
Right? Like, and so I was like, all right, she's got to get something off her chest. Let her get whatever off her chest. And she was coming back with the same stuff. And she's like, well, why don't you like me? Why don't you want to be with me? And I'm like, number one, I'm with somebody else. Number two, we had that opportunity. I gave you that opportunity and you said you wanted like a disconnected relationship, just a friends with benefits thing. And I was like, all right, fine, whatever. Because like guys are going to turn that down. and then like it just ended up.
You guys hear my roommate singing?
No.
Okay.
I see someone walking around the background though.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Yeah, and so anyhow, like I told her, I was like, you've got 24 hours. Like, say your piece, and like, I'll say my piece. And she's like, can't you just say goodbye? And I'm like, listen, I don't want to say goodbye. I just want you to go. Like, I don't wish you well, but I don't wish you at all. Just to throw in a song lyric there because
you can exist, but not in my life.
Exactly. And she was like, wow, that's a little extreme. And I'm like, bitch, for 5 years, I've been telling you that I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah.
Like, that we're done. Whatever was is no more. And, like, she just kept coming back. And, like, I'm just waiting for the day where, like, she pops up on my phone again. And, like,
Jesus.
So I ended up, like, changing everything just to make sure that there was no way that she could get back in contact with me.
And the police never let you file
anything
on her?
Not at all.
That's kind of shitty. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they were like, well, what's the worst she's gonna do? I'm like, I don't know, bust in my house and rape me? Like, fuck.
Like, let's look up the Jodi Arias case. Like, you
just
women are perfectly capable.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay, well, I'm sorry that happened to you, but thank you for letting me ask you uncomfortable questions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all you got?
Well,
have you ever been stalked, Courtney?
Minorly, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I was stalked in high school.
Like, I was also in high school.
I was not stalking.
They were older. When I met the person, it was with other friends, but there was something that was just a little bit like off. So I told them I lived in a completely different town than I actually did. And at one point, I believe they actually drove like 2.5 hours to where they thought I lived and then was going around town trying to find me. So yeah, that was like the peak of it. But yeah.
Like so. I wish there was people that were more connected to the, like, just be like, let it go. Right? They say no and just back off. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah. You have to
Nice.
convince someone to be with you. You don't want to be with that person. You have to convince
Yeah.
them, like, that
Yeah.
just seems
yeah.
something
Oh,
you don't want
man.
to mess with. Yeah, this guy would call my house a lot. We actually had to block his number, and then he'd call with a different number, and we had to block that number. And he'd wait for me outside school, so I had to like go up in another entrance at a different time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was shitty, but he eventually
Williams
dropped
had a
it.
lot of those problems.
Hmm?
Williams had a lot of those problems. Like,
Yeah,
there's a bunch of that was happening.
At that
that
school?
school was
Yeah.
it was the weed school of our area. I remember that the people are like, Williams is the weed school, and then Huron Heights is like the ecstasy school or something like that. It was like more
I
hard
remember
drugs.
it being called Heroin High.
Heroin
Oh my
High.
God.
Yeah.
That's
That's brutal.
hilarious.
I went to both schools. I never kind of like mixed in with any of those crowds. I never experienced anyone
Heroin?
who was no. I didn't see anyone on heroin.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think you would. Most of the time you do heroin, you kind of just shut down, right?
Yeah. Well, like you could walk in on someone in the bathroom or something passed out in a stall. That didn't happen to me.
That's true.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, everyone listening and watching, carry naloxone, get yourself trained. Thank you.
What?
I'm just telling everyone, get trained on naloxone. Save somebody's life.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of the bars down here, I was really happy to see before pandemic that a lot of bars had trained their staff and actually like had kits on hand. Like a coalition had kits behind the bar and stuff. So it's important.
I went there, I think.
Yeah?
Did you?
Coalition.
Yeah.
Didn't Black Eve play there? Like,
yeah, we played. Yeah.
I went to quite a few of your shows. I don't remember where all of them were, but
Yeah, we played all over Toronto.
T-Dot.
And we played in Newmarket once. There's still like a Black Eve sticker in our jam space where I jam at the jam spot. Yeah.
I haven't been
like,
up to Newmarket in
those days.
years.
Yeah.
I've been up there in years and years and years.
Not in my area?
No. I'll come visit one day. We'll do an in-person filming where I'm actually there.
Once we're out of lockdown, I don't know. There's a couple of people in the States who listen to the podcast, so you should know that our premiere is kind of shitty. And he's like, let's open everything. Now we'll close everything. Let's open everything again. Now we'll close everything. So we're in lockdown right now again.
Yeah, and like the best part is like he's like, oh, this is more intense than gray lockdown. You know, we got to use the emergency brake. It's like, dude, like fucking get your shit together.
Yeah,
I actually am not really even sure what current restrictions are. Like there's been so many changes that it's hard to keep track.
A bunch of countries like don't have any instances of COVID anymore. Like New Zealand, completely clean. Australia, they're back doing shows. Like the guys who are like the upside down fucks are more handling
but
than us.
But like in the beginning of it all, they shut down hard. Like it was like no.
Yeah.
Like you've got a few days, get your groceries and shit for 2 weeks. We're done. Lockdown.
Yeah.
But he's like okay, we're locking down. So no patios at restaurants, and no small businesses, no tattoo shops. But everything else is fine.
Costco. Go to Costco with like 500 people.
1 billion people. Yeah, exactly.
On that note, like Instacart, don't ever send anybody to like Costco.
No.
With Instacart or whatever, or like those ones where you send people out to shop for you.
Why?
Because Costco initially advertised that anybody who was doing that, they could skip lineups. Like there was a special lineup just for them.
Oh yeah.
They're making them wait in the big lineups, like the hour-long lineups, and these people are getting paid like less than minimum wage.
Okay.
Like they get paid for like an hour to do all this shopping for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's not worth their time.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that sucks so much.
and like
It's
at
weird.
least with
Here-
Costco, you can order online.
You can, yeah. Here you can order Uber Eats to go pick you stuff up from H&M,
Oh
which I
yeah.
found so bizarre. I was like, "Oh, I need a shirt like super desperately. Can you go pick that up for me?"
What? Like clothing?
Yeah, like clothing or whatever.
Oh my god. Sorry. Can you hear that?
Yeah,
Sorry. You're gonna have to.
that's all good. Yeah, but so
Just
as a
having
result,
trouble
like,
using this. You have to use that.
the
Hold
big
on. Food, ride, package. What's package? What is this? You can send packages
via
Oh my God.
Uber Eats.
via Uber. Yeah. Send a package, receive a package. Is that for drug dealers? Like, what is up?
Or
I know,
like
they deliver weed now.
prostitutes.
Okay. So Metro, Costco, Longo's, Rexall, Organic Garage, Canadian Tire, The Wine Shop, Galleria, H&M, Healthy Planet, Eataly, Body Shop, Pet Value, Big Carrot, Menagerie, Greenhouse, Detox Market, Well.ca, Yves Rocher, and Les Moulins Lafayette. Wow. Okay. I didn't realize this.
So you can just be like, "Yo, I need some socks. Can you pick me up some socks?"
I'm more interested in the Canadian Tire. I could spend like $1 million in
Man, I really
hardware
need a bird
stores.
feeder, like pronto.
Oh my god, that's so good.
When
Yeah.
did you ever not need a bird feeder like pronto? Like
Yeah, no, it's a very vital thing. Very
we
vital
actually
item.
saw like an owl right outside our apartment
Oh, it's so
like,
cool. What kind
a
of
couple
owl?
weeks ago. I had one that was about this big, and it was a color, I think brown.
All right,
I'm not a
narrows
bird
it down.
person, dude.
Most
It's probably a
I
great
wanna-
horn because they're
I
more
want to
prevalent.
say a barn owl, but like I don't.
they're a little
Owls
smaller.
are like kind of
Barn
white.
owls are like this big.
They're like this big and they're
This big.
they're white.
Do you ever look up pictures of owls' legs?
No.
If you don't know what an owl's legs look like, I encourage you to look it up. Like right now, do it. Owl's legs. Yes.
Is this going to be like looking up Lemon Party?
No.
Oh yeah,
But
that's fucked. They're so
but
long.
I appreciate your caution.
I've
kinda smart
worked
when you're
with
dealing with
birds,
me.
and we've caught some small owls. So I worked for like a bird banding, like an ornithology lab.
Oh, nice.
I went to
But
go
I did
type
not
in.
know this about the legs.
Look at it. Isn't that
Yeah,
Fox?
it's weird.
Like you don't expect this. And you guys, if you're listening, honestly, just Google owl legs and see what comes up. Like it is ridiculous.
I went to go write owl legs, and because I said Lemon Party, I wrote owl party, and I'm like, I'm looking at pictures of like just a bunch of owls and
I
sunglasses.
gotta look this up.
Okay,
Owl
I
party.
mean that's fantastic.
Cute. That's very cute.
Owl party.
All right. I
That's-
think we found the name of this podcast.
Owl Party.
Owl Party.
Oh my
That's what
god,
we have. Featuring Joel.
so good.
Yeah. But I guess we'll wrap this up. Any parting words?
For me,
Yeah.
Mhm.
don't eat yellow snow.
That's a pretty solid
How's that
life
idea?
tip. Yeah.
Yeah, unless like it comes from like a snow cone thing,
Like a
then-
lemon snow cone.
Yeah,
Pineapple. I prefer
no,
pineapple.
no,
Yeah.
get out.
Yeah.
Pineapple's delicious, man.
I it hurts me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like the acidity of pineapple hurts my tongue.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, it
I know
eats away at your. It
yeah.
actually like has an acid that eats away at your mouth.
It's true. It's bro. It starts with BRO,
Bromide.
maybe. But basically, when you eat pineapple, and your tongue starts to peel, it's because the pineapple's eating you back.
Yeah, you can actually like cook fish with pineapple juice and
Yeah.
lemon juice too.
There's like one guy on YouTube, it's like Guga Foods, and he took like a really terrible cut of meat and he just covered it in like, he took like a whole bunch of pineapple and like blended it up and coated it and then vacuum sealed it for like a day or so.
Yeah.
And then cooked it.
Mhm.
Apparently it made it like so tender and made it like, made like a terrible cut of meat pretty okay.
Nice.
Well,
It's
I mean,
called
it's not very vegan
bromelian.
friendly, but
Bromelian, yeah.
Nice.
So, all right.
But apparently it makes your cum taste good, or like more tolerable.
I don't know. Mine's like battery acid anyway, so.
Might
Try-
help. Maybe that's
try
if you
pineapple.
don't have enough pineapple in your diet.
Yeah, maybe we'll have you on again, and we'll have you do a taste test.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
So-
get you to save some from like one day, and then eat some pineapple, and then save another for another day.
Well, we could do a three
Keep it in
thing.
the
We could do
fridge.
asparagus, and then like neutral,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
pineapple. So you
Yeah.
could just like taste test it on show.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The look on Joel's face if you know.
Like this, the very pregnant pause there. All right. Well, Joel, thank you for coming on and hanging out with us.
Great. It was great
Worries.
seeing you and speaking with you.
Yep.
Good
I missed
job.
your face.
I missed your face too. It's all like bearded now, like more bearded.
Mine
Yeah, it's
or
great.
yours?
Well,
Both.
both, because right now I'm like sporting a little mustache, a little goatee sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've been working on it, trying to get it to be fuller like Corey's.
He trimmed his like recently, so it's not as big.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just trimming back the bush.
Yeah. Get that.
Yeah.
We just
almost
wanted to
had it.
mention before we go, we're having a watch party of Auntie Donna's Big Old House of Fun because, as some of you know, that I want to get one of the guys on the podcast at some point because he loves being on podcasts.
And I've never seen it before.
Yeah, she's never seen
At
it
all.
before, and she has to know my references.
Yeah. So we're gonna indoctrinate me, but we don't want to do it alone. We
Yeah, so if you're interested, reach out for
Yeah.
sure.
I think we're gonna like Zoom chat like this, but also
Yeah,
have it play simultaneously, like on that Netflix party.
Yeah, we're gonna like go
extension or
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play,
okay.
and then we'll all kind of have it at the same time, and so we can all laugh at the same time. and stuff
Yeah.
like
So
that.
it's a
There might be
comedy.
a little lag, but
It's a
and-
comedy show watch party.
and it'll help them get views because
Oh,
we'll all
okay.
be watching from different accounts, which is cool.
That's cool. All right.
Yeah, so we're doing that, and it'll be super fun.
We want a
Big
couple
old
of
house
people
of
to
fun.
join us. You can
Yes.
have drinks or not. You can be sober or not. You can partake.
Oh,
in
I
any other
recommend
things.
not being sober.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
when I saw it pop up on the Netflix, it had like the previews. You know how those things pop up.
Mhm.
Like weed just became like legal recently, and Corey and I have been dabbling, and we've been looking for things to watch when we're high, and that popped up, and like it just kind of played a little clip, and I'm just like, I have to stop this immediately and get
Oh,
Corey
no.
and some weed. Like, I have to watch this. And he came home. I'm like, dude, I found the weirdest show. We gotta watch this.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. I purposely have not been looking it up. I haven't looked at any previews. Like I'm keeping myself kind of in the dark.
Yeah,
so
we'll have
that-
to do some react videos to some of their weird songs and things like that. They have
Okay.
a bunch of.
What do you
They have
think,
a whole
Joel? Are you going to
album.
join us? Joel,
If you're
you're going to
available.
join us?
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you
On
seen
that
it?
note, no. Corey told me about it like forever ago, and I keep forgetting. On that note, though, there's this one anime I do not recommend ever watching while you're high.
Is it the
Okay.
food one?
No, it's called paprika.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Oh my God. I don't know how, but I like convinced myself that like in the opening, I barely remember it because like I like went straight catatonic because I thought there was like a clown
Oh my God.
and just, yeah.
You
But
never get that high where you can like see through time. You just get giggly and just watch funny things like Key and Peele and Annie Donna. Yeah, stuff like that. Sketch comedy.
Excellent.
Watching a lot of sketch comedy, doing sketch comedy.
Unfortunately, a lot of the time when I do get high, it's through edibles, and it's one of those things where the funniest bit is where, like my one friend is a dick with this, and he'll hand me a cookie, and like without even thinking, I'll just like eat the cookie, and I'll go, "Huh, that tastes kind of funny."
Oh
and then
my God!
He'll come back and he'll go, "Did you eat that cookie?" I was like, "Yeah, you gave me a cookie. You ate the whole thing." Fuck, dude.
Why would you give me a whole cookie if I'm not allowed to eat the whole cookie?
Right?
Oh my God. Corey and I made that mistake, and we were just like rocking back and forth and being like having existential crises. We're just like, dude, what am I doing with my life?
Oh my
Like,
God.
it was brutal. And it lasted so long.
Well, and the funny bit was like after an hour, it hadn't touched me at all. And so he was like, all right, I guess you can handle like a full cookie.
Yeah.
And he goes, he hands me another cookie. I take a bite and eat about half the other cookie. And just as I finish eating the other half, that's when it all hits. And I'm like, oh no.
And you're like, and there's more to come.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And like, oh man, it was a roller coaster.
Oh man.
Oh no.
And I'm like, I am so lucky I live right next door. Like,
like I have to go home. I have to be alone right now.
Just literally crawl on your hands and knees into bed.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we're doing it in a couple of weeks, and we're kind of judging based on people's schedule what day we're going to do it. So reach out. We're watching Annie Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun. I recommend, if you can't attend the watch party, definitely go watch it because it's worth a watch.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's all we got to say. Bye.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thanks for listening to another Rect Roulette podcast. Let us know in the show notes whether you think we're sober, drunk, or high, and we'll see you next week.